Hey folks, I'm back. I know it's weird. I know I've been gone for a while, but I'm giving you another episode of Scream Bloody Music. But it's also part of unboxing because I got something fucking cool when it comes to this release. All right, because it's gonna be the first Murderdolls album, which many of you know, many of you don't know. This was a love child of Joe Jordison's and Wednesday 13th melding of bands, and we had this supergroup. I'm calling it a supergroup because of all the people that have been involved with the band at this point. At this point, and for years to come, because honestly, if you look at the track record for each musician that has been involved with the Murder Dolls, when it's from the first incarnation and the second, they have played with some notable names. Um, and stuff like that. And it's kind of funny that, and gross that Drip Eisen was still included in shots when it came to this shit. At first, at least. Although we all hate Drip Eisen, obviously. Um, but I got a weird European version of this on CD. Yeah. Um, which, it's one of those things where it's just like, you didn't include every bonus track, but it included most of them. Because I got Crash Crash, Let's Fuck, and I Take Drugs, White Wedding, and I Love to Say Fuck. It's not your standard, but it's just one of those things, you know. Um, but I absolutely hold this album near and dear to my heart because thanks to the first Wednesday 13 album and me getting sucked into it, because the fact of the love for Wednesday 13 and finding out that he had this band, which sparked me into, loving this band and loving the Rejects, Frankenstein Drag Queens from Planet 13, because actually, also, despite the mega fans and the little people that have seen this album or have considered picking it up, the songs are basically when I said the love child, is because the fact of Wednesday and Joe Jordison basically took things from both bands and melded them together and made them work, which is actually pretty fucking cool if you really think about it. Because it's weird kind of going back and listening to the original songs from Frankenstein Drag Queens from Planet 13 and the Rejects, and kind of seeing what two songs were melded together, or what song was changed in a way to be this album. But it's really cool, because it's a really really good album, and this album set them on fire, and they played like everywhere at to promote that album, which was amazing. They're playing with big names, and unfortunately getting kicked off a few tours, but that's a story for another time, and that's a story that you can actually go on YouTube and find interviews of them talking about that and stuff like that. But this album is actually so fucking good. This is probably one of my most listened to albums of all time, besides stuff from Metallica, The Misfits, Blitzkid, Black Sabbath. Oh, fuck, who else at this point? So, but yeah, no, this album comes up in my rotation. The songs come up almost all the time. I can't skip them. They're that fucking good. I mean, if I'm really not in the mood, which isn't very often, I will not skip it. But right here is what I wanted to kind of do this for. So, because this right here is a fucking definitely what I considered one of my grails at this time. Ooh, there's 2 tapes in here. Considering things, because I got this from overseas. Thanks, Discogs. But god damn. Ah, fuck me. Ooh. Oh, I got a bonus one. Holy shit. Oh my god. But I got myself the Murderdolls on fucking cassette tape. Like, yo, this is dope. Because okay, all right. Here's the thing with this. Here's the thing with this release. This was my copy. This copy came from. Give me a second. Like I can't even like fathom on, you know, this came from overseas, as I said. This is um the Indonesia copy. This is from Indonesia, man. Like, this is crazy. Like, look at this. Like, look at how mint this cassette looks. Like, holy fuck. I can't even, like, even look. This is so cool. Like, from Indonesia, like I said. You know, you have your, you know, like, holy shit. This is fucking crazy. Okay, okay. Now, there's something a little else in here. There's this weird... So these are the lyrics. Okay, so the lyrics are printed... The lyrics are printed in this. Okay. Oh, and it kind of tells you who's lead and stuff like that, but I don't know, it's like, who cares? But then again, and then you have these lyrics here for the same fucking release. Like, what? So there's two copies of, like, lyrics in this thing. This is crazy. This is actually kind of cool, you know? That they're also folded up in there. Oh my god. But this is really cool because there's certain, because for me, being a music collector and stuff like that, it's cool to see this type of stuff. I never knew this was on cassette. And I had to get this album on cassette when I saw that it was. And it's an official release. You know, it's from Roadrunner, released in 2002. For sale in Indonesia only. I have one. I have one. Thanks, Discogs, dude. I fucking love this shit. This is so fucking cool. You know, because I love the Murderdolls. I love everything that Wednesday 13 and Joey Jordison have done musically. And this is by far one of my favorites. I wish the second album got a cassette release, let alone a vinyl release. I have yet to get this on vinyl. But this is one of those albums where you can see what's changed, both musically and lyrically, because of things. But because of the melding of the two bands. But on top of that, really, it's, I guess you could say it's kind of, you know, a growing up process in a way, because you can see where they were and where they became. But this is fucking crazy. This is really cool. And on the bottom it says for sale in Indonesia only on the cassette. That's crazy. That's crazy that I got a European copy and an Indonesian copy of the same album. You know, and stuff like that. But I've waited. This is one of my favorite albums of all time that I recommend everybody to go fucking check out. Is this motherfucker right here? You gotta listen to the Murderdolls. You gotta check out Wednesday's stuff. You gotta check out all this, the Rejects, Frankenstein Drag Queens, these guys, second album. Fuck, do it all. Add it to your playlist and stuff like that. Because I mean, come on, they do a killer ass cover of White Fucking Wedding. Come on, like seriously, shit. And these songs are honestly classics that everybody wants Wednesday to play, even if Wednesday doesn't want to do the Murder Doll stuff. Wednesday still incorporates it in because these songs are so fucking iconic and so part of inter you know whatever with his um his career that no matter if it's the drag queen versions or if it's the Murderdoll versions, which are basically almost identical depending on things, honestly, he still plays them. But for now, Screenplay music, if I were you, don't be a dumb motherfucker. Go get yourself a copy of this, no matter if it's deluxe or if it's cassette or one of the random CD releases, or hell, get the vinyl because that's out next on my list of stuff to get from this. But thank you. Good night. See you tomorrow. See you never. I don't know. But I'll catch you next time.